Chapter 10. The Little Prince visits stars 325 to 330. On the first star, there is a king. When the king sees the little prince, he says, "Ah, here is a citizen." Every man is a citizen of the king. So the king calls to him, "Ah, here is a citizen." And the king says, "Come close to me." The little prince wants to sit down, but he keeps standing because there is no place to sit. The little prince yawns, but the king stops his yawning. "I'm sleepy, so I can't stop myself." "Ah, then I order you to yawn." The king says, "Your order scares me. I can't." "Then I order." The king is a little bit angry because he has great power, so everybody has to accept his order. But he is a good king because he makes his orders understandable. "May I sit down?" the little prince asks. "I order you to do so," the king answers. The little prince is wondering, "This star is so small." "Lord," he says to the king, "over what do you rule?" "Over everything," says the king. "Over everything?" says the little prince. "Yes, over everything on every star," the king answers. "And the stars obey you?" "Sure they do," the king says. The little prince thinks, "What a great power!" If he has that power, he does not need to move his chair to watch the sunset. He feels a bit sad. He remembers his star. "I want to see the sunset," the little prince says. "If I order a general an impossible command, who is wrong, me or the general?" "You," says the little prince. "That's right," the king says. "The command needs to be acceptable." "Then my sunset?" the little prince asks. "You can have your sunset, but you have to wait," the king answers. "Until when?" Hum. "This evening about 20 minutes to 8. "I have nothing more to do here," he says to the king. "So I will go on my way again." "Do not go," says the king. "I can make you minister of law." "But there is nobody here to judge," the little prince says. "Then you shall judge yourself." The king says to the little prince, "But I can judge myself anywhere." "Well, then judge the old mouse on our star. It's okay to give him the death penalty." "I don't want to put anyone to death. I need to go on my way." "No," says the king. "If you order me to go, I can follow your order," the little prince says. But the king has no answer. So the little prince goes his way. Chapter 11. A big talker lives on the second star. When he sees the little prince, he says, Ah, you have come to respect me." "You wear a strange hat," says the little prince. "This hat is for the welcome," he replies. "Clap your hands," he says to the little prince. The little prince claps his hands. Then he takes off his hat. The little prince and the big talker repeat these actions for 5 minutes. What shall I do to get the hat to fall to the ground? The little prince asks. He can only listen to good words. Do you really respect me? Says the big talker. What does that mean, respect? The little prince asks. To respect means that you are the best at everything. But you are the only man on your star. Even if I respect you, but what is the point? You are the only one. And the little prince goes away. Chapter 12. There is a drunk on the 3rd star. What are you doing there? The little prince asks. I am drinking, he replies. Why are you drinking? I want to forget. Forget what? The little prince asks again. Forget that I feel bad, he says. Feel bad of what? Feel bad of drinking, he answers. Men are very, very strange. The little prince goes away.